Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So a lot of you are asking, including myself at one time, if Trump is the law and order president, how has all this destruction been going on non-stop for 3 months? Cities being burned down, literally. People's businesses being burned down and looted, people losing their livelihoods. Utter chaos, fires, and violence nonstop for 3 months on Trump's watch. How is he the law and order president? I'm going to tell you guys how his hands are tied legally, and I'm going to tell you guys how it's going to change drastically when he's reelected in November. So I know you guys were watching the news just like I was. You were seeing the rioting and the fires. You were seeing our statues and monuments and American history being torn down. It was like a scene from another country. It wasn't America. And a lot of you guys were wondering too, why isn't President Trump stepping in? Why isn't he doing something? Well, I was a little bit ignorant to the law. His hands are actually tied. It says here, can President Trump send in federal agents? Police powers in the U.S. are left in the hands of the state and the local officials rather than the federal government, as set out in the 10th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. So basically, these states have to ask for help, or when President Trump offers it, they have to accept it. I'm going to show you guys a letter from one of these Democratic mayors that sent President Trump an embarrassing, insulting letter declining his help, even though his city is on fire and the residents of that city would much appreciate the help. He declined it. He declined it in a rude, vile, embarrassing, disgusting way. On the other hand, though, the federal government does have a right to protect federal property, and a 2002 law details that federal officers can be deployed for the protection of property owned or occupied by the federal government. This is the law that's in place right now, and it comes with a 10-year prison sentence. Do you guys remember when these domestic terrorists were tearing down statues and monuments seemed like every day? Well, this is why they stopped. You mess with our freedom, we'll take yours. Okay, I'm going to show you guys this embarrassing, shameful letter that Portland's Mayor Ted Wheeler sent to our president. I'm also going to show you some embarrassing tweets where he's pandering to Black Lives Matter. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for him. Do you guys know right now, as we speak, Black Lives Matter and other terrorist groups are occupying the apartment building where he lives? They are in the lobby right now, as I speak, occupying the building. I don't know if he's trapped in his apartment. I don't know what's going on. But they are demanding that he resign or defund the police, meaning no more police. That's what they want. So let me show you guys this letter, and I have one message for Mayor Ted Wheeler. Your main obligation is to protect the citizens of your city, not pander to these leftist lunatics and domestic terrorists. Okay, so let's take a look at the letter. So it says here, today I sent this letter via email to Donald Trump, declining his reoccurring offer to aid Portland by sending federal enforcement to the city. This is really disgusting. Such pandering going on, not caring about the citizens of his city, the business owners, the residents. When I say pandering, I'm going to show you the tweets. It's gonna make you sick. This guy is a coward. He is terrified. Okay, let's take a look at this letter. Feel free to pause the video so you can read it. But it starts off, Dear President Trump, yet again you offered to aid Portland by sending in federal law enforcement to our city. On behalf of the city of Portland, no thanks. You know what? As you guys read this letter, notice something that I noticed when I read it. He is pandering to Black Lives Matter and Antifa. He is not speaking for the people of Portland. I would not be surprised if Ted Wheeler is being held hostage in his apartment and he was made to write this letter. That's what it sounds like. You guys read this letter and let me know what you guys think down below. And then I'm going to tell you how things are going to change drastically when Trump is reelected in November. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the videos where these domestic terrorists are right now occupying Ted Wheeler's apartment building. But first, I have to show you these pandering, sickening tweets. I'm embarrassed for this guy. And he's a flat-out liar. Why would he cause this much drama where it doesn't have to be? Today and every day, we must acknowledge that horrific acts of police violence, the grief and trauma felt by the Black community. Does the Black community feel grief and trauma by the hundreds and hundreds of Black people that are killing each other every weekend? How come those Black lives don't matter? Let's take a look at some more tweets. Oh my God. Holding myself accountable, denouncing hate, and joining in leadership, working towards a better Portland for all. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. You pandering coward. Oh my good Lord. Let's take a look at the videos.
Ted Wheeler lives in your building. You guys remember which door?
No.
11th floor. Ted Wheeler lives on the 11th floor, and you want to know the
1131.
Go to 1131 and tell that person until they leave. We'll be here every week, okay? Thank you.
A system that was specifically designed to oppress and annihilate Black people. It's not possible to reform that. That's why they're bastards. Their jobs were created to dominate and control a specific group of people. Their job wouldn't be possible without white supremacy, without the illusion that white people are superior to Black and brown.
I'm sorry I can't be here. So we're here to see. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you can't be in here. This is my property. No, I'm sorry. This is security and let us know now. This is our property. We just really, if this is not violation, we got really property. We cannot be in here. Let's go. Yeah, we'll leave it. Come on in, please. He's not in here, so you'll have to leave. You'll have to go now.
To do that, we just really need to talk to Ted Wheeler, and
Okay, we'll have to call the police.
Yeah. You don't need to call the police, you can tell Ted Wheeler that we're here.
So will the pandering, cowardly Ted Wheeler resign like Black Lives Matter wants him to? Probably. We'll see. But back to the beginning of the video. Do you guys see now that Trump tries to offer these Democratic-ran cities and states all the help they need? And they refuse. They refuse in a sarcastic, demeaning way and insult Trump for even offering. So how will that change in November if he's reelected? So, to put it bluntly, if Trump is reelected, which he will be in November, he's not going to have anything to lose. He's not going to care who he makes mad, who he offends. He's going to do what he wants, even if it means by executive order. Right now, he's on a slippery slope. He wants to win. He's trying to make both sides happy, and it's not easy. But if he wins, he knows that the majority of America wants safety, prosperity, law and order, and that's what you're going to get with Trump. By any means necessary, he will lay down the law. There is going to be a huge shift and change when Trump is reelected. He is the law and order president. He will lay down the law, and he will make America safe again.